Shalom Yasharallah, this is your brother Dawudah, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So real quick, I just want to jump into a couple scriptures. I was actually reading over a little bit earlier today, but nevertheless, just putting a couple scriptures together to piece together this here image of the times that we're living in the state and the condition of America, man. All right, you're witnessing and you're living in the days that America is crumbling, man. All right, it's like that Jenga building. You pull that one block, you start seeing the tower swaying, and it start leaning to one side. It's only seconds before the whole thing come tumbling down, and that's where we are right now. All right, so we're gonna start here in the book of Jeremiah 51. I'm gonna read verse 8 and 9. It says Babylon is suddenly falling. All right, going into that, amen. Everything was all good, like. Put it in perspective, this has actually been going down since right around September 11th. America was actually going broke at that point in time. All right, this is when we started going into trillions of dollars and everything like that, and increasing the military spending and so on and so forth. All right, but nevertheless, as we see things now, things have been covered up for so long. They've been being able to put band-aids over things like the housing market crash in 2008 or whatever, whatnot. They so-called put a band-aid over it, made it seem like everything was back to normal and everything like that. All right, but really it wasn't. All right, but now as you're starting to see here, it comes in 2020, everything is collapsing here, man. The social stability here, amongst Jacob and Esau. All right, the political arenas and things like that between the Republicans and Democrats. All right, you also have the international ties with these different nations and everything like that. All right, your economy's collapsing here, man. So everything all of a sudden came to a grinding halt here in America, man. Everything is starting to collapse all at once, man. All right. So it says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. All right. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. Now this is again, I always speak on this. This is like Donald Trump's slogan. Let's make America great again. And that was the spirit that everybody was in. But through the spirit, looking at this through the spiritual eyes, hey, that's the answer to the Most High or the answer to Donald Trump when he says, let's make America great again. The Most High answered and said, hey, look, we would have made Babylon great again, but she is not, we're not gonna make her, she's not healed, But nevertheless, it says, and let us go everyone into his own country. And you starting to see this as well too, with Trump breaking a lot of these ties and these trade agreements with a lot of these different nations, and they're starting to go back and deal with other nations and cutting America off. You keep constantly seeing in the news how a lot of countries are trying to break away from the American dollar, the petrodollar, and things like that. Trump backing out of these trade deals, which is forcing a lot of these countries to stop dealing with these Americans over here, pulling their business from over here. And also Trump is pulling business from out of these other countries, So it says, for judgment reaches unto the skies, reaches unto the heavens and is lifted up even to the skies, Because, hey, man, look at what's going on here now, man. The LGBTQ community and so on and so forth, man. This hypersexualization of the children. All right, when you go into that LGBT, let's just talk about LGB, right? Lesbians, right? Well, technically, what is a lesbian? A woman that's committing a sexual act with another woman. All right, you can say gay. Well, gay is a man having another sexual act with another man. All right, and bisexual, obviously, they having sex with both sexes, right? Now they're pushing this agenda saying these little children can be in the LGB or whatever, whatnot, well, why are you pushing the idea of them having sex in like the 5th grade or whatever, whatnot, like, oh, this little 5th grader, he's gay. Well, what other little boy is he having sex with in the 5th grade, whether he be straight or gay? If it was a straight boy and a straight little girl, I'd have the same question. Why are these little 5th graders having sex, man? All right. But nevertheless, this is the agenda that they're pushing and propagating, how you say, from the belly of the beast here in America, pushing it around the rest of the world. All right. So everything here is completely corrupted, man. All right. And they're pushing this out to the point to where if you say that, it's not natural that a little boy, a 5-year-old or a 5th grader be having sexual desires towards anybody, all right, it's not natural. They look at you like it's something wrong with you. Like, nah, he can decide whether he wants to be this or he wants to be that, If a grown, if a little boy says he thinks that he's a little girl and wants to be a little girl, you have to so-called sit there and support that. But me as an adult, if I go to court and to the courthouse and tell them, or to the police or whoever, to the hospital, whatever, whatnot, tell them I'm a turtle or some shit, they're going to probably commit me to a psych ward, man. All right? So, hey, come on, man. You see how the sins of America have reached unto the heavens, man. Right, this place is completely abominable. Plus, they're trying to push out the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, 5G. The food is all contaminated here. Look at the conditions in the minds of these people out here, man. They're all through, man. They're all on materialistic things and everything like that. Hey, man, just look at the conditions of these people with these damn masks on, man. All right? They're completely through, man, riding around in their damn cars with masks and face shields on by themselves with the windows up, man. Ridiculous. Real quick, let me get this precept, Ecclesiastes 12 real quick, because, hey, it says Babylon is suddenly fallen, right? Now, let's get real quick, just real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. It says, in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right, so what? The grinding cease. All right, and the doors are shut. The doors are shut in the streets, more or less to say. You know, these businesses are closing down. All right, manufacturing and all these things, production and the food production, all these things are coming to a halt, man. Leaving a lot of people on unemployment check or seeking employment or on unemployment. You know how they say people wake up, the early bird gets the worm. You know, when people, sometimes when you look at Issachar, sometimes in certain places, you can go to the Home Depot or the Lowe's early in the morning, super like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. You see a bunch of Issacharites out there, You'll have these guys, these Edomites will roll up, subcontractors or whatnot, and they'll go and pick up work, because these guys are looking for employment. So they get up super early in the morning, all right, to try to catch that worm. All right, so hey, look, they rising up at the bird, right? Hey, they looking for this paycheck, man, some kind of employment or unemployment checks, man. All right, you see these numbers skyrocketing, man. All right, all at the same time, everything is super accelerated right now here in America, man, showing what? This is the end of it, man. All right, it's like you see somebody on their deathbed or somebody in the hospital or whatnot, you hear that little beep, beep, beep. That sounds stable, but when it's beep, 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 hearing all these different things going off, and the doctors are running around and everything like that, hey, man, it's not looking good for you right now, man. And this is pretty much what's going on. It was on the operating table and things just took a far left turn, man. All right, dudes start convulsing and everything. The doctors running around, they're trying to shock them and everything. And that's what America's doing right now, man. They're trying to heal Babylon, but Babylon is not healed, man. This place is through. All right. Where's this precept? Well, I can read this too, but I'm not gonna read the whole thing. Let me read this though. Isaiah 24, and I'm gonna start at verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languish, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of tabrets ceases, and the noise of them that rejoice endeth, and the joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. All right, so hey, going into that, normally people will go out to the clubs and the bars and have a good time, turn up, drink some Patron or whatever the fuck they be drinking in the bars and the clubs nowadays. Turning up, man. Turn down for what? Shots. Having a good ass time. When they leaving the club, they all smiley, giddy-go-lucky or whatnot, Hey, girl, I had a good time and shit. Me and my homies was at the club last night. That shit was hella thick out there, homie. That type of shit, right? But now, what is people, now that the bars and things starting to open up, well, they actually closing them back down again. But, I can tell you here in Florida, this is a big alcohol consumption state, man. This is all they do out here. Is just, they party for it. We have hurricane parties, man. These Edomites party just because it'd be a hurricane coming, man. But nevertheless, when the bars open back up, that shit was jumping, jam-packed, man. Now they closing them back down again because of, this situation going on. But, the sentiment of the people that's in the bars from hearing people talking about them or whatnot, you did have some people in there kind of ready to go back to drink. But then now people are in there kind of drinking sorrowfully, man. Because they've lost their jobs, their homes, their wives or their husbands and their children, or somebody got sick and died or something like that, or whatnot. They're in there, oh man, this lockdown sucks. They got to do something about the economy and give me another shot, that type of thing, man. All right, this is the new condition in the new state of America, man, when they go out and they drink, man. The bars and stuff are, if they're able to be open, they are open, but the conversation is changed and different, man. It's not like they go into the bars and the clubs to go meet some chicks and go have a good time or whatever. They go into the bar to go get their mind off of this hell that they're going through right now, man. All right, go to your local Walmart liquor store or whatnot, and just stand there for about 10, 15 minutes to see how many people go in and out and what they buying, man. All right. Verse 10, the city of confusion. All right, and that's what Babylon means, right? It means, Babel means confused. Lon means land. So it says the city of confusion, which translates to Babylon, is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. And that's what you have right here, man. A lot of these states, they were quarantined and shut down and things like that. A lot of businesses, all right, were shut down, and now they got blocks going in and whatever, whatnot, man. All right, and everybody was locked down at home and everything like that, man. So look, this is the city of confusion. It has been broken down, man. All right, there's crying for wine in the streets. All joy is dark, and the mirth of the land is gone. So, hey, man, now, like I said, man, when people are drinking now, it's because of it's drinking over sorrow right now, man. The city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. All right, so, hey, man, this is what you see going on in America, man. The infrastructure of America, the economy of America, man, the social atmosphere, more or less, because you got these zones like the Chaz zone or whatever, whatnot, where these autonomous zones where they saying, hey, they're kicking the police out and everything. Everything is falling into straight anarchy right now, man. All right, so let me go from there to I don't want to make this too long. I just had a couple precepts on top of my head that I just, was reading. Let me get to what I was actually reading. I was reading this in Isaiah 47, though. All right, this is what kind of sparked this whole lesson. Isaiah 47, I'm going to read the whole chapter, actually. It's not very long, and then we'll close out after that. Was there another precept I was going to grab? Now, I'm going to read this. If there was another precept, I'll grab that as well, too. All right. Oh, yeah, you know what? Let me grab that real quick. Revelation 18 and, 16, I think. Yeah. This is, Isaiah, Revelation 18, 16 through 18, it says, and saying, alas, alas, that great city which was clothed in fine linen and purple, scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company of ships and sailors, as many as trade by sea, stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? All right, now this is going into when America is actually destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, but as you see how they're crying out, like, what city is like unto that great city, man? All right, now all of a sudden, that sparked another precept real quick. Isaiah 14 and verse 4. It says, thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how has the oppressor ceased and the golden city ceased? All right, so going into how this here golden city is ceasing and how people are reacting to these things, man. They're like, yo, this is such a great city and everything, so on and so forth. Even the minds of these Americans think that America's going to go on forever, man. All right, but you're actually witnessing and living in the days where America is literally crumbling in front of your eyes. All right, so let's get to Isaiah 47. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. All right, hey, sitting into confusion. Now these people are so confused, they don't know what the hell is going to happen, what's going on, where their pensions, their 401ks, their future, their college funds. They don't even know if their kids are going to be going to regular school next year, man. All right. It says, sit in the ground, there is no throne. Because, see, America is that golden city that's the head of the whole household, man. America's sitting on the throne of the earth right now. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And they say this is that precious city and everything like that, but now it's becoming that rough city, Take the millstone and grind meal and uncover the locks. Make bare the leg, uncover the thighs, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen, and I will take vengeance and not meet thee as a man. So America's being uncovered for all its wickedness, whether it be with the petrodollar, nations are leaving with that. Their history of slavery, and you see these slave statues coming down and all this so-called racist, systematic racism things being addressed and things like that, man. All right, but then ultimately it says, I will take vengeance and not meet thee as a man. All right, that's talking about when the Lord come back in his angelic body. You also see them preparing their space program, man. All right, showing you the times that we're living in, man, at the end of Babylon. As for our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee in the darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt be no more called Lady of Kingdoms. So this is the golden city, the prime creme de la creme, the top city, man. But now people are despising America, man. They're looking to other countries for the things they used to depend on America for, man. All right. Verse 6, I guess I could read this. It says, I was wroth with my people, I have polluted my inheritance. I have given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou heavily laid thy yoke. And we still see this to this day, man. They shoot us down from the young, the old, and everything in between, man, showing us no mercy. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou did lay these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. Because they say this is the divine manifest destiny or whatever, whatnot, but and they're right. It was a manifest destiny to come over here and take us into captivity, but they didn't think about the latter end that they would have to pay that tab. All right. Therefore, hear now this, that thou art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, and sayest in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I see the loss of children. That's the mindset of these Americans. You know, oh, we ain't gonna never get attacked on the homeland. We ain't gonna never see no losses. We gonna always be good, and so on and so forth. We never gonna fall. Our economy's gonna always be good. It's gonna always keep going. You know, I was listening to some Edomites talk the other day, talking about how the stock market is still going up. It's gonna continue to go up even through this. Just lets us know we can believe in the stock market. It's the good old American stock market. You know. Verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and one day the loss of children and widowhood, and they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantment. And you witnessing that right now. Over the COVID thing, they said that America is the #1 hotspot, had the most deaths and everything. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. Because see, their wisdom and knowledge is through this here witchcraft, man. And they think that they're really this, you know, because they were dealing on the left-hand side, they were really about that life, and they did this with their own arm, and they was going to just dominate forever. But they don't realize the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, all right? It was given over unto them for a small space of time. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. And this is what's going on with America. You know, they might be pushing out certain agendas and things, but it's all backfiring on them. Stand now with thy enchantment in the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so, thou shalt be able to profit. If so, thou mayest be able to prevail. Again, they got a lot of this off of their witchcraft, but ultimately they don't realize that their power, the God that they serve, serves our power, right? So they got to go to their God to get permission to do what they got to go do. Their God got to go to our God to go get permission to tell them not permission. Their God got to come to our God to go get his marching orders. You see what I'm saying? The angels don't go off, all right? Even their God, he don't go off. You see what I'm saying? Because he's basically like an angel. The angels don't go off from the commandments of the Most High. So, hey, he getting his marching orders from the Most High, man. All right? It says, thou art wearied in the multitudes of thy counsel. Let thy astrologers and the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Again, like I said, man, they go to they heavy into their witchcraft and their, rituals and sacrifices and whatever, whatnot. But hey, it's starting to fail them now. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. They shall not be a coal to warm at, nor a fire to sit before it. Talking about that thermonuclear destruction. Thou shalt, thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchant. From thy youth thou shalt wander every one to his quarters, none shall save thee. All right, and this is the ultimate end of America, man. Thermonuclear missiles, man. But as you starting to see the decline of this here place, man, it's gonna happen it's happening at a rapid rate, man. All right, so hey, man, all of America could have came to a collapse in just one 365-day calendar year, and then in the next year, hey, we can see thermonuclear destruction, man. This place is on its way out, man. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone that taught us his truth and our well. And citation, much love for you all. I can't push this truth as sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong, shalom.